Well, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office has confirmed 2,000 people died from opioids last year. That's an all-time high.
It's also nearly twice as many deaths as we saw just 5 years ago. Fentanyl is responsible for 91% of the opioid deaths in Cook County. Luis Agostini is the spokesperson for the DEA's Chicago office. He joins us now. Thanks for being with us.
Ben Lourdes, thank you for having me.
So what do you think is behind the increase?
Oh, it's not what I think, it's what we know. Absolutely, it's fentanyl. Fentanyl, if you saw the numbers, 91% of all opioid overdose deaths in Cook County last year, 91% involved fentanyl, and that's something that's reflective nationwide. About 110,000 drug overdose deaths in the United States last year, more than 2/3 involved synthetic opioids like fentanyl. So fentanyl is the deadliest drug threat that we've seen both here in the city, county-wide, and across the country.
All right, and we're going to go through some of the stats and some of the data that you guys have for us, but I do want to talk to you about sort of what law enforcement has been doing to fight this fentanyl crisis, opioid epidemic that we've been talking about, because we know that a lot of resources have been put into it, but yet we continue to see those numbers go up. So what's the moving piece here that's not being solved?
So there's an acknowledgement, law enforcement alone, and you've heard this across different issues that we face, but law enforcement alone will not be able to completely make a difference by itself when it comes to fentanyl and the fentanyl epidemic. It's going to take everyone as a whole, whether it's parents, the school systems, teachers, how we teach and how we talk to students and student athletes about drug use, about opioids, about fentanyl. We know there's changes in the works regarding how we teach fentanyl in the school system. And we are certainly an advocate for medication-assisted treatment for recovery, making sure that folks who are fighting and are working on their path toward recovery, making sure they have access to medication-assisted treatment like buprenorphine, like methadone. And we absolutely support the use of naloxone, Narcan. If you suspect someone is experiencing an overdose, doing what you can to administer naloxone and having access to naloxone. So right now, we have DEA agents and our task force officers doing very dangerous work, surveillance, gathering intelligence, working sources right now tonight. But by themselves, it's going to take a lot more than just us. It'll take the entire community to make a difference.
We hear so much talk about the border and whether it's secure or not, and whether that enables fentanyl to get in the quantities that we're seeing it. What's the DEA's take on that?
So for that, we would have to defer to CBP and the other law enforcement entities that do a lot of the interdiction and supply reduction and supply control on the border.
But I guess my point is, for as much as you all are taking off the streets, and it's an incredible amount, you're taking more fentanyl than heroin off the streets, but there's no shortage of supply. Where is it coming from, and how can people be aware that, hey, this is not perhaps a legitimate pill that you think may have come from someplace that's reputable?
Sure, Ben. So that journey of how fentanyl ends up on the west side, across the entire city. Cartels down in Mexico, they import the chemical precursors from pharmaceutical companies in China, Southeast Asia, the chemicals they need to make fentanyl. Then they make fentanyl, and that's in both powder form as well as the fake pill form. And they have the dyes, the metal casting that they need to imprint that M30 or the Xanax or the other logos of pills that you would get from your doctor or pick up at your pharmacy that look like real pills. So that gets made down in a very poorly controlled environment down in Mexico. And then it's trafficked up into the communities, into the criminal networks that are here in Chicago and across the country that are working directly with the cartels. And they're doing their trafficking activities that way.
Yeah, and as we're talking to you, we can see some of the pictures that were coming up side by side where you see those two pills, and they look, I mean, I think to somebody who wouldn't know any better, they would say, yeah, this looks like the real thing. Like, the difference is so minor, right?
I've spoken with career DEA agents who have been on the job 20, 25, 30 years, and they will say their trained eye alone will not be able to distinguish what's a real pill from a fake pill. The only time that happens conclusively is when the pill gets analyzed at our forensic lab, or unfortunately at the toxicology, and when the Cook County Medical Examiner determines the cause of death. And obviously at that point, it's far too late. So yeah, looking at a pill alone you won't be able to determine if it's real or fake. And that's why we say, like it says right behind me, the only medication safe to take is that from which has been prescribed by your doctor and picked up or dispensed at a local pharmacy.
All good information. Luis Agostini from the DEA, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.